That's why the violence is where it is in our community. Niggas mimicking mama. You gotta think, niggas started walking in Michael Jordan tennis shoes, he was playing in mama high heels first.
Oh,
damn.
God.
Now, what Tupac should have said was, even though you a dope fiend, mama, you still a deadbeat mama.
And we ain't just talking about crack fiends, all right? There's more deadbeat mamas out there than just the crack fiend deadbeat mamas.
My dad didn't want my mom anymore. And he told me this when I was 25. When my dad didn't want my mom anymore, then she made it hard to see us. So that's what happened to that relationship.
Now, when we say that, females will say that we tripping and it's not really like that. Because a man decides not to be with the woman, she feels like you don't want to be with the family, you don't want to see the kids.
It's crazy because they're the gatekeepers.
I remember being mad at my dad.
Because you didn't know the full story, huh?
And then like when I was 25, he told me the whole story. And this is why I just want people to tell the truth. Because my dad told me the whole story, dog. And I'm talking about I didn't have to say a word because like we used to grow up, no food, served sandwiches. We used to grow up with powdered milk.
The powdered milk.
We used to grow up, you understand? Mm-hmm. Christmases. Damn, how the f did she do that? Right? But when I was 25, my dad told me how she did it. I used to come around with 4,000, and just because I didn't want to be with her, she'd take 3,500, 3,800, and just send me on the way with 200 and won't let me see y'all. He told me the real side. And like I said, I don't blame my mom because she was doing what she was doing that she thought, right? But that just took years away from my dad. And when he told me the real story at 25, I got mad at my mom.
But did you ask her, when you talk to your mom, say, Mom, this is what Dad told me. Is that what happened when I didn't see him as a child? What did she say to you, Mike?
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
What woman in your life is able to take accountability?
Right, I was just about to say that.
Point, Mike.
They all wear makeup, right?
You got a point, Mike.
Huh?
You got a good point, Mike. Accountability is hard sometimes for women.
Yeah, so that led to me and my mom not talking for 3 years.
They got deadbeat moms now.
It's crazy. I was just about to say that. You're not gonna, what? You could have them with a gun to their head trying to get them to take accountability. You know, much less it's the child questioning the parent as an adult what really happened in whatever situation so they could get a full understanding and a grasp of how the relationship went apart. There's always two sides to the story. The father let his side be known, gave it in full accounting, and took accountability for his half in it. Now it's time for the mom to do the same thing, and you can't do that.
Too many examples of that not happening. Shit, we can even tell on paternity tests. They're taking that shit to the grave, boss.
Right, but look at the effect that it's had on him because she wouldn't take that accountability.
They know. They know. But it's songs like, even though you was a crack fiend, mama, they're going to look at him as a black queen, and they know they get that pass from their kids. Come on now. Moms is the word of God off the child's lips.
They mamas raised them to resent us. I don't give a damn what your daddy say. I don't run shit over them.
Right.
Boy, you know what that is. Do you know what it's like to be a boy not to have a hero? Mama kill his hero. I don't give a damn what your daddy say. So daddy can't override the villain. Mama the villain. She there every day. Howling, fussing, cussing, mean. She a villain. And that's a hero. Nigga mimicking mama. That's why the violence is where it is in our community. Niggas mimicking mama. You gotta think, niggas started walking in Michael Jordan tennis shoes, he was playing in mama high heels first.
Oh, damn. God.
And she wasn't saying, boy, take that shit off.
God.
It wasn't, no, nigga. And you gotta think, she taught him, she reversed his psychological thinking. Because she done been tricked by the culture. Steve Harvey said, think like a man. But if you think like a man, you go act like a man because your thinking dictates your behavior. Your behavior is what develops your habits. Your habits is what display your character. Your character ultimately decides your destiny in life. The character you display.
They can say what they want about Charleston White. That man be steady kicking bars.
Anybody I hear say this nigga dumb or he don't know what he talking about and anything like that, I'm gonna just turn your shit off, dog. Real shit.
If I could just sum it up, when you're raised by your mom, you're a different man. You're a different boy. And you don't like hearing stuff from other men. Like, that's really one of the biggest issues I see in hip hop and in sports. that you just have a bunch of guys that were raised by their mothers, so they never heard a man's take on what they're doing, so they can't hear it. And then we get upset, Killer. You be like, but he'll listen to his girl. He'll listen to his girl because he was raised listening to a woman. He don't listen to men at all. You'll say he have a problem with authority. No, he just have a problem with men. But if a woman tell him something, she can get him to bring his whole check to her, and it's crazy. So for all of you listening,
that's a really good point, man.
Very good point.
And what that does is it gives our youth a definite disrespect and a lack of respect for authority. The men don't, the boys grow up to be men that don't respect the law and any authority. Same with the girls, because who can check me? I could do what I want. I could say what I want. I seen my mom control, man. I seen my mom just run shit the way she want to run it, say it, and speak the way she want to anybody. And that's how you get these dash cam videos where a simple run the red light and you're going to get a ticket turns into getting arrested and getting slammed on the ground.
Or could even end up in losing your life. That's what it's coming to now, because, you can't hold black women accountable. So, when any authority figure or anybody is trying to check them on their shit, they go ballistic.
These are the examples. Deadbeat mothers at work.
Mm-hmm.
These were 3 examples of the boys and the girls that come from that type of situation.
And it's crazy because they don't believe till this day that they're raising the men that they say they don't like.
But see, when you always get the scapegoat of saying, what about the men though?
Them the boys that you raised into those men.
Right. But they saying that they are only that way because the men that they chose to be with aren't there, or that they ran them away for whatever reason. They just blame it on the men. Again, accountability, the thing you were saying earlier.
Yep.
Kryptonite.
It's just crazy. All it takes is one mother to turn around and say, you know what? I'm going to hold myself accountable. You don't know how that could change your child's life and trajectory on their future.
Fuck it, they got all these dance trends, set rock trends, lock up your box trends. How about we gonna tell the truth to our kids and try to, even if we can't be in a relationship with the parent, the co-parent, we're gonna co-parent.
No, that's too much like right. They can't do that.
And of course, this is for the men that get treated the worst, because you know who those men are? Those are the men that actually want to be involved, that actually reach out. Because if a nigga don't reach out and he don't never pay anything and don't never speak to the kid, don't want to see the kid, those are the real deadbeats, but you don't even contact them. You don't know how to get in touch with them. But the men that you drag through the coals is the men that actually want to be involved, do what they can, even though it ain't what you want.
Those are the men that already accepted that they got to go through that type of punishment to have some type of interaction with their kids. And they volunteer for it. Because they know those kids are theirs, and if they don't be there, who else gonna be there?
And the crazy shit is you volunteering, knowing that that's still gonna be the odds. A weekend dad, or it's not gonna overpower what the kid is being taught 5 days a week by the mom,
6 days
and
a week,
then
or
5
whatever.
days a week by the teachers in the school system, which
Facts.
is fucking crazy nowadays.
And most moms ain't teaching their kids nothing. They put a motherfucking laptop or an iPad in front of them and say, let that teach them.
The ticky-tock.
Or TikTok, yeah, the ticky-tock.
Once you get the pad or the tablet, they do what they want.
They do what they want.
Single moms, the predatory look at them as prey.
Yeah, that's prey. It's giving me access to what I really want.
There's no man there to deter me.
Exactly. Oh, you got those your 2 daughters? Oh, yeah.
Whether I see you every day walking a route, going to a grocery store, I know you're not with a man, so I can catch you
Now
at
they
XYZ
want to
time.
pretend that they somebody that, want to look out for their best interests and, oh, yeah, I got a liking for you and your family and I want to check for y'all.
This is the last thing I'm going to tell
outta
y'all.
here.
I don't want to hear this, we the most unprotected shit, when you out at 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 a.m. in tights, tube tops, in groups, solo, single, looking down at your phone, all kind of shit. I don't want to hear that.
Nah, you can't get that if you don't want to be held accountable. How you going to be wanting to do all of that and then still not be held accountable? You put yourself in a position where something can happen. Somebody comes to your defense. They put their life on the line for you.
Even at that, if you don't listen, how can you be protected? Even if I'm your dad and I tell you, nah, don't do this, don't do that, and you do it anyway, How could I protect you? But I'm gonna be looked at like, why you didn't protect her? Why wasn't she protected?
Right. I'm like, get behind me. You know what I'm saying? You gonna still jump in front of me and
Start talking and
try to swing on somebody.
Like,
It's crazy. So I know it's some deadbeat moms that's probably gonna jump in the comment section and try to say something. Let's hear y'all too.
get him with that shit.
As always, man up, not man down.
Maintain, not maintain. Like, subscribe, share the video.
You know, and we out.